first place I want to tell about is Galata Bridge. It connects two sides of the Golden Horn waterway. It has a beautiful view on the Galata Tower, mosques, and the city itself. There are a lot of locals who are fishing from the bridge and a lot of tourists making pictures. You can find a market not far from the bridge where you can buy everything from seasoning to bags. Actually, in Turkey, there are a lot of markets and they are selling a lot of things. Some can be very expensive, some can be cheap, but usually people in Turkey bargain. And also in Turkey, there are a lot of local shops that sell in local stuff like cookwares or rugs or other different stuff. The Church of Saint Anthony located on the walking street not far from Taksim Square. It is a beautiful building in neo-Gothic style. Anyone can visit it. It is free of charge. Firstly, this church was built in 1725, but then was replaced by the current building in 1906. You can listen to organ music there or come to a mass, which on different days is held in Italian, Turkish, and Polish languages. Outside, you can see the statue of Pope John XXIII. He preached in that church for 10 years while he was the Vatican's ambassador to Turkey before being chosen as Pope. Yedigül Fortress, also known as the Seven Towers Fortress, was built after Sultan Mehmed II conquered Constantinople. Originally, it was a golden gate, a monumental and ceremonial entrance to the city with four massive towers. It was built in the 400s years. In 1435, Sultan added three towers which he used as a treasury and prison. The entrance fee is 130 Turkish liras. You can come inside of some towers and come up on the roof of the main tower. You can see a beautiful view from the roof. To get there, you will need to take a bus and also walk about 5 or 10 minutes. It wasn't easy for us to find an entrance because it was from the opposite side. The building is made of stone and marble, and inside it was dark and cold, even though the temperature outside was almost plus 20 degrees. as we could understand, it's still on reconstruction because we couldn't come in some parts of the tower. In Bilo district of Istanbul, you can find a Pera museum. It is an art museum oriented in 19th century art. It has 4 floors, and in each floor you can find a different exposition. There is an exposition about inventing of scales. You can even see how much is your weight in different ancient measurements. Paintings of noble people of 19th century. Also, there's an exposition that tells about feminist revolution in Nepal. One more place that we visited during last days in Istanbul was Bakırköy district. It's a beautiful town, I think, with a seaside vibe, small buildings, everything is very beautiful, a lot of cafes and places for walking.
Hi guys, today we come to the municipality of Bakırköy, and also it's an art museum. We wanted to visit this museum for some time, but today we came and it's closed, even though Google Maps says it's open. It's a lovely district. There is a sea view where you can see the sea. We can see from here, but we can go there later. And also there is a big yacht parking. So there are a lot of Turkish people that just sitting in their yachts and just chilling, drinking tea and coffee and not going anywhere because we were working here and there a few times and we couldn't see anyone leaving. And also there are a lot of seagulls. They are everywhere and they are eating fish and some kind of meat all of the time. So this is a lovely district and there are not a lot of tourists. As we can see, here are only Turkish people. They are chilling here. they're going to cafes and spending times with their families. Menus in restaurants also in Turkish, and almost no one speaking English. But it's not a big deal for us. We can communicate with gestures.
Kot, 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 chodź, chodź, chodź. Ps, ps, ps. Łapki nie, uszka, brudka może.
So that's all I wanted to tell you, and the next video will be from Spain. Stay tuned.